Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Cade, Milo Ventimiglia. You had one iconic show with Gilmore Girls, then another one with Heroes. You couldn't leave it alone. You had to knock out a third with This Is Us. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This show has become the biggest breakout hit on television. I want to become a Pearson. How do I become a Pearson?
Move to Pittsburgh.
Listen, I'm willing.
Yeah.
With the success of the show, I'm on a bus right now, a plane, whatever.
I was going to say, are you from New York?
I'm from Philadelphia originally.
Oh, okay, so you have to dump the Eagles and become a Steelers fan.
I'm a Giants fan.
Oh,
I'm definitely not
okay.
Philadelphia, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. With this show, the way it's connected with America is absolutely insane. Why do you think it has connected?
I think it's inherently good, and I think it speaks to the lives that we all live and strive to have. You want to have a great family life. You want to have great kids. You want to do your best and give them everything you can. And I think that's exactly what the show does. It inspires good, and I think it's necessary now. I think people are wanting that.
When you look at your career and being able to partake in 3 shows that have branched you into 3 different generations, is it mind-boggling for you to be part of that?
I'm thankful, very thankful, and I know that it can be taken away at any given time. So for me, I try to enjoy the experience, really be there with my crew, be present, appreciate when I have people walking up to me smiling and give them some positivity back.
I grew up in the Gilmore Girls generation. I remember when you were the heartthrob just breaking out, and now you have that same type of effect happening for Chrissy, for Sterling, for Justin.
Yeah.
When you see what they're going through, the sudden success, what's the advice you would give them?
There's not a whole lot of advice I need to give. They're amazing people, all of them, and they're very deserving of the accolades they're getting, of the attention they're getting, of the positivity they're getting. I don't need to remind them that it's about the work, because they're there and they're present and they're enjoying themselves every step of the way. So no, they don't need any help from me. They're already succeeding.
You play this perfect father. When people meet you, we're all imperfect, but do they automatically assume you're Jack Pearson and you're this perfect guy?
It happens. It happens. For a while, people thought I was Jess. People thought I was Peter Petrelli. Now people assume that I am Jack Pearson. I feel that Jack and I are the most similar, but that's probably just where I am as a man closing in on 40. But yeah, it's good to be associated with a good guy.
Having gone through this journey with your career, starting as a heartthrob on Gilmore Girls to now we're the same age pretty much, to growing up in this business, what has that journey been like for you?
Fun, exciting, heartbreaking as much as it is, heart-filling. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I feel like 21 years in, I've just started. I had 21 years of prep, and now the real work actually takes over.
2 more episodes to go. I know you can't give away what happens, but give me a little bit of what happens. What can people expect?
Stress. Stress. Williams passing, episode 16, was heartbreaking. Definitely crushed people, hence why I wrote a doctor's note to get you out of school or work or life. But the last 2 are a little more stress-inducing, I'll say, and heartbreaking, but also there are some fun moments too.
I feel like this show, every single episode, lands an uppercut when it comes to making people cry.
Yeah.
When you see these scripts, are you in that mode? Do you get a script and are you in tears sitting there as you prepare?
Yeah. We are as emotionally connected to the material as audiences are, and I know when I read something, it makes me cry. When I watch my co-stars, I don't really cry for Jack's storyline so much because it seems a little arrogant to cry for myself. But there are several notes in the script and the actual show that get me to emotion.
What I also love about this show is how it deals with real life topics today. Interracial, what people do when they're having problems with their spouse, with their siblings.
Yeah.
Talk to me about being able to be part of a project that tackles relevant issues.
Again, I think is necessary right now. I think tackling necessary issues that are hopefully showing inclusion, pulling us together in our differences as individuals, as Americans, as a world. I think it's important. I think it's a good display of what we all hope to be, which is connected on a deeper level than just, the color of our skin or our age or our gender or anything. Life is hard enough. Why make it difficult?
Fogelman has had so much success. Yeah. What makes this team so successful as writers?
Gosh, I mean, Dan Fogelman, the top boss, and his assembled crew of writers, they're very dark souls who have these bright, shining hearts. They're giving themselves to us as players in front of the camera with their stories, and 90% of my job is already done by the time I get to set, because the scripts are already these beautiful, eloquent, intricate pieces of material that if I learn my lines and show up open, ready for the experience, then it's what you get to see.
The chemistry with you and Mandy is unbelievable. Does that happen right away? Like, do you guys meet? Are you in a reading and you're like, this is going to work, or does it take time to develop?
It does develop over time, but immediately, Mandy and I, we locked eyes and said, "Hey, I'm Milo. Hey, I'm Mandy. Okay, I'm playing your husband from action to cut. Here we go." But it was, it's been nice to see the growth, the friendship that she and I have had over the course of a filming season. But it was there immediately, instinctually, but at the same time, there's still a lot that we experience and go through, which brings us just closer as friends.
My final question. Did you know, once you got this script, did you know it was going to be a hit?
Oh, yeah. I did.
Right away.
I mean, it was a beautiful, beautiful script, and it stood above anything else that I'd read in a very long time. And again, it was one of those things, you think about the world, you think about, the state of life, and this felt like kind of a beacon far off that we all needed to get to, a destination that we needed to get to. And it doesn't surprise me that audiences and fans are really taking this to heart.
Make sure to catch the season finale of NBC's This Is Us, March 14th, and hopefully we find out what happens to Mr. Pearson. Please tell us. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.